This week I'm gonna talk about an important subject: how to conduct a clinical research. There are two books that I'm reading about this subject, and I'm gonna summarize it in the following videos. And by that I mean by conduction of clinical research, I mean doing or writing a research paper using MRAD system: introduction, methods, results, and discussion. There is a severe need in your life to get out of your comfort zone, and by getting out of it, you're able to produce, in opposite to consume. To write, that means you need to establish the why you are writing this. It's establishing the correct mindset, that you're writing to advance the science. You are writing to shift from consumerism to production. It has less to do with literary skills than what it has to do with organization. And this fact comforts the non-native speakers or writers. Hi there. I want to break a bad news first. The reason that you didn't write a paper in the first place is mostly emotional. Yes, it's not because you don't know the subject or you didn't have enough courage to do it. It's emotionally related, that you had a previous trauma from research previously, and you didn't succeed at publishing your first paper, and then you say, no, it's gonna be the same thing that happened before. And the solution is exactly why I brought this gear here. It's related to playing. I'm not doing it for scientific purposes only. I'm doing it for enjoyment, and this solves the emotional component of it. Do you remember how do you walk first? You fail, and then you try again, and then you fail, and then you try again, and then you fail, and then you fail, and then you fail until you succeed. This is how it works. Failure brings success, and by this so the failures are for a reason here. You're not failing because you're inadequate, but you're failing because you're stopping to learn from your previous failures. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're failing because you're not destined to be a writer. You're just medical professional, and that's what you're doing for a long time ago. But this is not the end. And by establishing that, a mindset shift is all what you need to begin your conversation and to begin your conversion from consuming into producing, from being idle to being active. You have the books, you have the mindset change, and you can do it right here, right now, or anywhere. Here I'm gonna talk about the importance of a title or thumbnail. Good title will be read by thousands of people, so all the words should be chosen with great care. It should never contain abbreviation. Good writing has a personality. Don't be afraid to express yourself. But as a scientist writing professionally, usually it's better to keep your personality invisible while reaching your objectives. Arranging the middle, keeping coherence and flow. To be coherent needs to be relevant, updated, and in orderly fashion. Order of thoughts is constrained by the arrangement of the subject itself. Often you need to use illustrations and to rewrite, and this should be a reminder for you to be very clear and concise. Regarding making a plan and establishing a focus, then the draft, early version, which is the early version of a piece. Keep going, the draft is not the end product, and accept imperfections. Development, comparison and contrasting, cause and effect. Some of the technique in this video linked below. Oxford Essential Guide to Writing by Thomas Kane. Analysis and quantification. Whenever you use a scientific method, you need to know the underlying statistical meaning of it, like the p-value, for example, which will be asked in any discussion. Closing the paragraphs, the paper, using limitations and terminal words, reaching the promise that you tried to do in the first place, which is the circular way of doing the conclusion. And by this we conclude this video. I hope that you liked the content. I've found the third book in the description below is more beneficial to me, especially because the English is not my first or native language. That's it, and thank you. Goodbye.